In this video, we're going to go over the initial setup for Winner VR. This would be like as if you were a new user. So the first thing we want to do is go to Preferences. Then you go to Production and Preferences, or as I like to do, right-click on the background and Preferences. We're going to go over to the Speech tab. If it's your first time going into Winner after you've installed Dragon and Winner on a new computer, this will be blank. So you're going to select Dragon. You're going to get this message that this setting takes effect immediately. Are you sure you want to change the speech engine? In the past, we used to have Via Voice and Dragon, so this is why this message is here. Via Voice is no longer in business. Now, you can also change the profile if you have more than one. A different type of mask. Maybe today you're doing open mic, something like that. Then you can click this change and then select the one that you want. And then that should be set. And you'll notice down here, right here, this is my login. You can see my login right up here for Winner. And then this is my voice model. So you always see that down here. If not, then there's a problem and you need to come back here and double check and see what the problem is, or reset it. Lock speech user ID to Winner user ID. I mean, you could do that if you wanted to, but this was because we used to have Via Voice and Dragon. Use translucent window effects. When you go into start your real-time job, and you'll see this later, you'll have a mask monitor that will come up and allow you to see that while you're speaking into your mask, that it's actually hearing you, and you'll just see it jump up and down. Show the correction window. If you want the correction window to come up, I've noticed that a lot of court reporters don't want to see that. Some do, some don't. So it's a matter of choice whether or not you want this to come up. And this is where you would correct a word. It didn't hear you right, or you want it to learn a new word for you. And here's the show small volume meter. You want to use this because the bigger one takes up too much space. Now here's your mask input device. You should have already had your mask plugged in to the computer before you get into Winner. If you didn't, then take the time now, exit, come back in. Sorry, let me say that again. Exit, plug in your mask, and then come back into Winner. This drop-down window will give you all the list of available microphones. For me, I'm using the Dragon USB headset. It might say Andrea for you, or whatever it is. If you need help distinguishing what microphone is yours, please feel free to call support. Now these other things on the side over here we will be taking care of in another video. So now that we've got just our Dragon set up, we're going to go over here to the room recording. Now the room recording is your mask. Sorry, it is not your mask. It is your external microphone, even your internal microphone if you want to use the one that's built into the computer. And you have to identify that to Winner. So we're going to select this. In this case, I'm using my webcam microphone. Make sure it's in WDM audio device. This one's only if you're going to use a mixer, and that's a whole different setup, so it'll give us a ring for that. Select your format. This should be fine. If it's blank, click on Change Format. you should get something like this. If you don't get anything on the screen, or if it blanks out on you or goes white, give us a ring. And then these is fine. Start the audio recorder from speech recognition. So in real time, there is a button that it looks like a microphone. And when you initially go in, it's a microphone with an X through it. That means it's off. When you click on that, and that's for your mask, simultaneously it's going to start the room recording. So you want a check mark there. Also, you want this for, you also have a monitor for the room recording where you can hear, where you can see visually that it's hearing what's going on in the room. So you make it translucent so it's not sitting and blocking and stuff like that. You can see it, but it's not blocking anything. Stop audio recording after 45 seconds of inactivity. If you turn off your mask and after 45 seconds, then the room recording is going to stop recording. Start audio playback however many seconds before cursor position. So when you go into correct a misspelled word in the editor and you want to hear what the room recording was hearing 5 seconds before that particular word is said, so you get some context, you can change that if you want. 5 seconds seems to be the general rule. Okay, so now we've finished with the room recording tab. We're going to click on OK. And now we're going to go over to the translator. All right. I'm going to click on it. And then we're going to go into preferences. Here's the writer. We're going to set that to none. A lot of times when you come in to it, it'll be set to stylus. So we want to set that to none. And we want to select speech input suspended. And then we're going to say connect. It's going to give a name automatically. We'll go into more details. This is just the initial setup of Winner for voice. It's not all the details yet. We'll get into those later. Okay, make sure your audio device and mask are properly connected to the computer. If you don't ever want to see this again, put a check mark. Okay, here's the correction window. Okay, here is the microphone. Here is my voice monitor and my room monitor. Click on this microphone and this begins the dictation part where I can now speak, and it will take down what I am saying, my macros, and everything like that. So this concludes the Winner initial voice writer setup. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next video.